Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to these. These are going to be my WWE Money in the Bank 2012 thoughts, and not just that, oh no, we're going to do Futureshock 60 thoughts. I've taken the unprecedented step of doing something remarkable. I wrote my notes on the computer instead of on a piece of paper, so now you shouldn't get any mistakes or me looking at you going, what the fuck does that say? You never know, you may still get them because I'm a crap typist, but you know. So, pre-show of this show is Kofi and Truth defeating Hunico and Camacho in a match that I didn't see, yay! So, the first match that I did see is Dolph Ziggler defeating Cody Rhodes, Damien Sandow, Santino Marella, Tensai, Sin Cara, Tyson Kidd, and Christian to win the SmackDown Money in the Bank match, which of course was the opener of the match. This match had the classic problem in that it's got too many people in it, and the problem you find with Money in the Bank matches, if there's too many people in them, is that you'll have two guys, maybe three, maybe even four, in the ring. The rest of the guys are on the outside selling. This feels like a deja vu of exactly what I said last year. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Let me go through. I mean, there's so many botches from fucking Tensai and Sin Cara, not even funny. But some good things in this are mildly entertaining when Santino is scared of heights. He's got the Cobra on his arm, the Cobra makes him climb up. That was vaguely entertaining. Ziggler hitting a zigzag off the ladder onto her, which looked good. Then Kidd hits a nice springboard sunset flip on Ziggler. Sin Cara gets powerbombed on a ladder set up on the outside by Tensai, who then launches the absolutely freaking insane Dolph Ziggler, who is going to have a very, very short career if you use him like this. He gets launched over the announce table, which was a nice little thing. Cody hits two disaster kicks to stop Tensai. Christian spears Cody off the ladder. Christian and Santino go up, and Marella is ripped off. Ziggler runs up from out of nowhere, sends Christian off into a ladder, pulls down the case, gets the win. 18 minutes and 23 seconds. Match was okay, but the thing about this match is there was nothing of note. There's nothing particularly big. We will look back at 6 months' time and say, yeah, I seem to remember enjoying that match, but I can't remember much about it. Or we'll say, yeah, we enjoyed that match, but the only noticeable and memorable thing from it was Dolph Ziggler winning the Money in the Bank, because in 6 months' time he could be champion for all we know. So, in the back, Miz is back, and he's putting himself into the Raw Money in the Bank match. Now, no one has told me how he has the power and/or authority to do this, or who gave him said power to get. Yeah, that's just WWE logic, isn't it? What's that, Miz? You know, in a match, well, put yourself in a match, whichever one you like. In the main event, that's no problem at all. Money in the Bank online, not a problem, mate. In you go, fucking A, man. That's not right. Anyway, next, we've got Sheamus defeating Alberto Del Rio to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. There's a sign in the front row that says Chuck Norris Hall of Fame 2003 that really makes me chuckle. I like that. Crowd show even less interest in this one than I expected. I personally have no interest in Sheamus as champion whatsoever, and I have zero interest in Alberto Del Rio. The whole thing of this one is that Del Rio's been attacking Sheamus's arm in recent weeks, and for the majority of this match, Del Rio did work for the arm. And this is the first of 2 times I'm going to mention this tonight on this vid. Sheamus sold it for a bit and then chose not to sell it for a bit, and then he sold it a little bit, sort of shaped it out a little bit, and then got on with not selling it. He won after a bro kick, which was lovely. 14-24, and then Del Rio and Rodriguez attack Sheamus after the bell. They attack the arm some more and no sells it. And then Ziggler comes out, hooray, with the case, and he's going to cash in, but he eats a bro kick, so there's no match. It's lovely. It's a star. A quarter from me. Opener was 2.5 stars, by the way, in case you wonder. It says down there. You don't even need to watch the vid. You literally need to click on it, click on the description, go, that's what he thought, and then fuck off. Isn't that interesting? The people actually choose to watch me, even though my vids are wank. Strange world. Thank you for watching them, though, and it does mean something. I just don't know why you do. Primo and Epico defeating the Primetime players in the first of 3 bonus matches. Yay! The crowd don't give a fuck, and I don't give a fuck, and I tell you who definitely doesn't give a fuck, and that's Kofi Kingston and R-Truth, who come out to do commentary and barely say a word the whole match. Which is nice. The match is half a star. It goes 9 minutes, which really shows that they did have nothing there. They must, I don't know why they do this to us. Do they sit down on a Sunday morning and go, right, here's the thing, guys. We've got a 3-hour pay-per-view, but we've only got enough stuff for 2 hours of it. What shall we do? Right, you guys, you and you, you're in a match tonight, and you're getting 10 minutes. And then it's like, oh my God, 10 minutes for a pay-per-view match. Come on, get in there. It's probably the longest match I'll have in months. Anyway, I can't even remember how Primo and Epico won, to be honest. That's how good this match was. CM Punk then defeated Daniel Bryan to retain the WWE Championship in a no disqualification match. In classic style, WWE makes this week's Raw the AJ show, as I mentioned on my predictions. And of course, in classic WWE style, she's taken out in the first couple of minutes. So the match becomes all about, oh, look at this, the WWE Championship. Can you believe it? They're actually wrestling over the belt. And the wrestling is at the forefront, not the completely ridiculous storyline. I'm actually going to go through this one because I like this match. Bryan works the midsection of Punk, pulls out a kendo stick, takes a few swipes that miss, but then connects with a big shot to the ribs, then uploads with shot after shot, followed by the yes kicks, all of which are to the midsection, which I like. Punk comes back with the neckbreaker for 2, he tries to go to sleep, but it's countered for 2. Bryan uses the stick again, then locks on a surfboard stretch, which looks pretty. Punk escapes and then uses the stick, but eats a superplex. AJ comes back out and grabs a chair. She puts it literally in the middle of the ring, because both men are in opposite corners, where they're sort of, there you go, whichever one of you wants it, take it. And now I've lost my place, which is annoying. Where's it? Come on, take the chair, put it in the middle of the ring. That's fine. Bryan gets it and uses it, then unloads again with kicks. But Bryan, that's a new one, isn't it? So I still fucking too hot as well. Oh my god, look at the rain! Holy shit, it's raining so hard! And I lost my place again, fuck. Punk gets a clothesline and uploads, fuck, I'm an idiot. Unloads, see one mouthful of Pepsi, I'm just more. Unloads with chair shots, then wedges the chair in between the ropes. AJ stands in front of it, enabling Bryan to get a drop kick. Punk then hits a nice scoop slam with the chair, puts like the chair behind Bryan, picks him up, boom, get down. And then goes up top. He tries to fly an elbow but misses, lands on the chair. Bryan quickly applies the yes lock, complete with the kendo stick, which is a fantastic visual, if nothing else. Punk somehow manages to get the stick, uses it, goes to sleep, gets 2, after Punk takes too long to make the cover. He brings a table in, sets it up so he's going to do an elbow through the wood, but gets crotched. They battle up top, battle. Super belly-to-belly suplex is what gets the win for CM Punk. Good match. I have no idea what they're doing with AJ. No idea whatsoever. Build her up so that she's the central focal point of this match, and then she's pretty much ignored for the whole match and doesn't really do anything to help either man. And you're just like, you know, obviously this one's got more life left in it, but my god, I hope they fucking sort it out on TV and not on bloody pay-per-view. 3.5 stars from yours truly. Ryback defeating Reks and Hawkins, which is an interesting one because the two guys got more offense in than any of the jobbers. Ryback actually left his feet, but it's still nothing match. And then Layla, Kaitlyn, and Tamina defeated Natalya, Beth Phoenix, and Eve Torres in the usual piss break affair divas 3-minute match. Nothing of substance whatsoever. And why do I have to sit through 2 bonus matches, one after the other? Finally, in the main event, John Cena, obviously, defeating The Miz, obviously, Chris Jericho, Kane, and the Big Slow to retain the Money in the Bank. I'm an idiot. To win them. It even says win on my computer screen, to win the Raw Money in the Bank. So, Money in the Bank makes it 7 straight pay-per-views, yes, 7 straight pay-per-views, where the WWE Championship, or the World Heavyweight Championship, hasn't been the main event. It's all just been about Cena, and why wouldn't it be? Because that's all I care about. So the only thing of note in the first half of this match is Big Slow getting attitude adjustment through the Spanish announce table 4 minutes into the show. He's then buried, god damn it, he's buried under a mountain of ladders, which is all good. That's the crowd love it. The crowd love pretty much everything Cena does, to be honest. I mean, there is the one "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks" chant, but the majority of the time, whenever Cena does anything, the crowd are shit out for him. Oh yes, but yeah, that was the only highlight of the first half of this match, I guarantee it. Big Show gets his giant ass. Let's go to the second half. Big Show gets his giant ass ladder out. He climbs up. Kane stops him, gets knocked off, followed by the same for Cena. Jericho uses a chair to stop Slow. Jericho and Cena climb. Cena tries to do an attitude adjustment on top of the ladder. Jericho locks on a sleeper. Cena, being Cena, powers up the ladder anyway with another adult on his back, because he's Superman and because he can. Why other reason would you need? Yes, Cena gets knocked off. Jericho and Miz fight at the top. Show joins them. Weapon of mass destruction for the 2 of them. Cena comes up and he gets the belt, the briefcase, and starts whacking. It's always the belt with it's a ladder match, come on. Starts whacking Big Show with the briefcase. 1, 2. As he does it a 3rd time, the hook holding it snaps clean and Tony's left holding the belt. And the face that he pulls the stupidest expression I've ever seen that man pull. He is so very, very happy. I prefer the SmackDown one, personally, because the first half of this one had nothing of note in it apart from the AA, and the second one, again with the Money in the Bank thing, had nothing that I've never seen before in, so it just made me go, oh yeah, so it was a 2-star match for me. And that's the show. Sense of Deja Vu is another WWE pay-per-view. Feels like it's just an extended episode of Raw without as many segments on it. Destination X wiped the floor with this show, well and truly. If you haven't seen Destination X, believe it or not, the whole thing's on YouTube. Whole show, go and find it and take a look at it. Destination X being a better show felt weird to fucking type, let alone say out loud. TNA, at the moment, this last 2 months or so, has been the better company, and I'm not afraid to stand up and admit that. It doesn't make me still want to watch Impact, but I will happily watch their pay-per-views. Happily. The plus side of this one is there was no Funkasaurus, and that's the plus side. This was it was a marginally better than No Way Out, but that's like saying that being shot with a crossbow is marginally better than being shot with a longbow. It still fucking hurts, doesn't it? Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, so this one is a 2.5, a 3 out of 10 if you're lucky. I have seen reviews since I finished watching this show that said this show is a 7 out of 10. Some people rate their shows in letters. This was a B+ show, according to some people. I'm sorry, peeps, but I just do not agree with that one bit. When you can have a whole show full of shit and then rate it so high, means that one of the big problems in this fucking community, the IWC, the YWC, whatever you want to call it, is you guys out there rate your shows way too high. Let's think about this one, yeah, just for a second. I may have to go on a little bit of a rant here, yeah. I was talking to Sarcastic Venom before. I said this exact point, yeah. I'm sure he'll back me up on this one. If you rate this show 7 out of 10, tell me in the comments below, yeah, what you give WrestleMania 17 and why, yeah, WrestleMania 17, that hasn't got many bad matches on it at all and has got a lot of really good matches on it, is only 2 points, because most people give it a 9 out of 10, don't they? It's only 2 points better than this show, because that doesn't work. It doesn't work. People rate their shows way too highly these days, way too high. People seem afraid to rate some of the dud, for example, but I see 2 duds on this show. I saw, duds on the last show. Don't be afraid to, just because, rate, if you give a match 3 out of 5, when the majority of the people would look at it and just go, no, that's a 1 if you're lucky. Don't be afraid to give people half ratings as well, 2.5 stars, if you don't quite think it's 3 stars. It just bothers me. Anyway, and that was Money in the Bank, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to click off now, not going to feel bad one bit, because I'm going to talk about some British wrestling, a show that was before Money in the Bank, and a show that I was so looking forward to. I had a slight feeling of unease about it, though, because I felt on paper this show was, and this is Futureshock 60 I'm talking about now, by the way, in case you're wondering, was a Elimination Chamber / No Way Out, as it used to be. The show before WrestleMania is what I'm trying to say. And that show, normally you leave No Way Out, you leave Elimination Chamber, you've got a good idea where WWE / F as it was going heading into WrestleMania. And that's what I thought about this show. I had a feeling this show could be a B show. Does that make sense? And it delivered everywhere I thought it was going to. It really did. But the thing is, it didn't feel like a B-class show, is what I'm going to say off the bat. So let's get on with this. So first match was the Bangor Knights taking on the Torres, BAD, Sean Bailey and Sean Daniels. Sam Bailey, sorry, and Sean Daniels. This is the first time I've seen the Knights. They look good. They've got a really nice t-shirt. That if I hadn't bought this one, just before, I probably would have bought a Bangor Knights one. Okay, opening. This is a cookie cutter match. This was, Sean Daniels playing the babyface in peril. You're waiting for Sam Bailey to get the hot tag. Everything's all good. There's some people may have found this entertaining. Some people may have thought this was downright daft. I thought it was a smidgen entertaining because there was a dance off, and I'm just sat, get on with it, please. But a lot of the crowd seemed to like it, so there was a few sloppy moments in this one, especially the finish. The finish, they do, Sean and Sam do a double backcracker. Like one picks them up and drops them into the backcracker. And this, it didn't look like they got all the movement. In fact, it looked almost like, I can't remember which one of the Knights it was, but they landed on Sean instead of on his knees. So that didn't look too great. But, Notorious BAD advanced to the finals, which will be held later on tonight. The winners of which face the models at the Super Show. You see what I mean about all the pieces coming together nicely. Charlie Quinn took on Holly Blossom in a match that there really wasn't much to say about, I'm afraid. This is one of those matches where you find yourself talking to the guys you're with. You find yourself, you're in conversation with your mate. There's a match going on, but it just doesn't hold your attention at all. I mean, the nicest part of this was the finish, a DDT from Holly, which was nice. But I mean, there wasn't really much to say about this one. Blackpool Blondes took on Health and Safety in the other tag team tournament semi-final, and this match was everything I was expecting it to be. Really, it was more entertainment than a wrestling classic. It was enjoyable though. It made me laugh in places, and the Blondes won with a really nice double DDT. Next up, we had a contract signing between Zach Gibson and Dave Rain. Zach came out showing a new shorter hairstyle, which was interesting. When I got the crowd laughing by saying, "Now that the hair's gone, Zach's getting serious," or something like that. The whole room laughed at that, because I'm a very witty guy when I need to be. Yeah, basically, Dave Rain's lawyer comes out and says, you know, Dave ain't prepared to even come out here until you've signed that. And the contract says that the two men can't physically touch each other until the Super Show. 40 whole days before Gibson can get his hands on him. Gibson signs it, and then Dave Rain comes out, predictably. And you sat there with, there's a plastic table. It's not a wooden table, it's a plastic table. So Dave, in his infinite wisdom, launches it at Zach Gibson and hits him right clean on the back of the head. In one of those, I might be busted open off that one. And then the lawyer and Rain batter the guy. A DV8, really nasty DV8 from Dave Rain. Signs the contract, cuts a little promo, everyone's happy. Next up, and yeah, I can't wait for the Super Show. I cannot wait for this show, guys. This show, 40 days from today, on my birthday. It is my birthday weekend. Steel cage match, guys. Dave Rain versus Zach Gibson. I can't wait for that. But speaking of something I can't wait for, this show last night has done something for me that I haven't felt in this little heart for a long, long time. I, ladies and gentlemen, Mark P, women's wrestling hater, I'm looking forward to a women's wrestling match, because after Jenny Shodine had beaten Hannah Blossom in a match that bothered the fuck out of me, because Jenny Shodine worked Hannah's left arm, so right arm, the whole time, and Hannah didn't sell it one time, which really, really bothered me. She won with an armbar, yeah? She then went, you know, Jenny sort of seemed to snap, put a regal stretch on Hannah, and Holly Blossom came out to make the save. I turned to my mate Si, who sat next to me, and just goes, I swear this is what happened. Just turned to her and went, to make it perfect, April should come out. And at that exact second, April Davis comes charging out, starts battering on Jenny. She gets pulled, they get pulled apart, and April, I'm getting my names confused, I'm an idiot. April cuts this fantastic promo about how much of a bully Jenny Shodine is, and then they have a fucking brilliant pull-apart brawl that goes all around the room, and the crowd noise, because at this point, yeah, the crowd hadn't been dead for the show so far, but they hadn't been, you know, really fucking up for it like they normally are in the Guildhall, you know. After this, the place was rocking. I swear, the place was going absolutely freaking nuts. And that's made me go, oh yeah, April Davis versus Jenny Shodine at the Super Show is going to be freaking brilliant. I now can't wait for that match. And I don't give a damn about women's wrestling in any shape or form, so that's a good thing, isn't it? That's done good. And then in the finals of the tag team tournament, the winners will face the models. Notorious BAD defeated the Blackpool Blondes. Melanie Price came out after about 5 minutes to do the commentary, which I look forward to hearing on the DVD, if nothing else. Any of the sloppiness that BAD showed during the first one, completely gone in this one, completely and utterly gone. They look really crisp. Bailey played the face in peril for a long, long time. Shawn Daniels was trapped in a double submission that the Blondes do. One of them gets them in like a camel clutch. The other one gets them in a Boston Crab, and it just, the way that the body is suspended round just looks so kind of wrong. They nailed the double backcracker perfectly for the win. Then got attacked by the models, hitting Bailey with the 3D models versus the BAD at the Super Show, and that'll be great. Even if I think they're, oh man, but the models have been the champions for such a long time. But the thing is, for me personally, they're one of my absolute favourite tag teams. In fact, no, there's no one off. They are my favourite tag team at the moment. And I really don't want them to lose the championships just yet, even if they've been champions for a year and a half. Over that, in fact, it must be over that. The first Futureshock DVD is Futureshock 49. Yeah, they're the tag team champions there. We don't know when they actually won. Like someone like me doesn't know when they actually won the championship. But that was, Futureshock 49 was what, January, February 2011. They've been champions since. Brilliant. I don't want them to lose the belt. Okay, next, Josh Bone won a 15-man battle royal to win a guaranteed match at the Super Show. So I'm not a massive fan of battle royals. People who know me will tell you this one, but this one was really entertaining because the crowd, I mean, I thought after, you know, there's been the intermission between these two matches, I thought the crowd noise would go back down, but they were so still for it. The crowd were really, really into this one. But Bowden put in such an incredible performance. I mean, he got powerbombed by Cyanide within the first couple of minutes, and then a couple of times he got launched over the top rope because it was an over the top rope battle royal, and you know, held on like the skin of his teeth. At one point, one of his feet hit the ground. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Returning Simon Valor gained some revenge for getting glassed by Chris Egan last time at 4:59. He eliminated Chris Egan's stable member Cyanide. That should set up a match between Valor and Cyanide, and maybe even a handicap match, Valor versus Cyanide and Egan at the Super Show, which I'm greatly looking forward to seeing. I'm disappointed that my man Xander Cooper, who was my pick for the match, he didn't last very long, but he got eliminated by Carl Clinch, and I'm hoping that sort of sets up the story, you know, finishes off the storyline between the two former Vitamin C members. Dangerous Damon Lee had me laughing when he was doing various things in the corner directly in front of me. I was like, Damon, you haven't done enough suplexes, and he sort of looked up and agreed, yeah, and poor Sparks, you know, Damon just gets up and hits the biggest vertical suplex on him, and had me howling. Absolutely freaking brilliant. Anyway, I can't remember who he last eliminated, I'm afraid, but after Josh had won the match, the lights went out and this huge man walked out and hit Josh with the biggest black hole slam. It's like, you know when Abyss does a black hole slam? This guy did the black hole slam, but with an extra rotation thrown in for good measure. He then got a chain out from under the ring and put the chain, wrapped it round his arm and did a sort of chain-assisted clothesline, you know, which has flipped Bowden a whole full 360 and came down on his face. Absolutely freaking amazing. And hopefully that his name was Bedlam, wore a mask. There was a tension and an eeriness in the room, you know, when that was going down. And of course, I'm hoping this leads to Bedlam versus Bowden at the Super Show. Just need to point out that I've never noticed that Josh Bowden has got Bowden written on his Bowden. That's an interesting one, isn't it? Then, brilliant! Check this one out, yeah? This has never happened to me. In my 7th Futureshock show, I finally won something on the raffle. Get in there. I won a DVD and got booed when I went to collect it, which was annoying. And then, our friend Graham picks out the next ticket, yeah? And he wins side. The guy who's sat next to me, he wins, and everyone's chatting fix. And we're getting booed as we go to the merchandise stand. Little things like that just make me laugh, really do. And then the main event was Jack Gallagher. Come on, Mark, we're almost done. Defeating CJ Banks to retain the Futureshock Championship. This was a very, very good match. Before the show started, G-Man was doing his G-Man and Friends thing, which you can see on the Futureshock YouTube page. He goes around, he interviews various members of the audience, and he normally asks them before a show, who do you think is going to win the main event? And I'd say 75% of the people who answered said CJ Banks, which was a very interesting thing because Jack Gallagher is a very, very popular wrestler at Futureshock, but it seemed like a lot of people were just like, Banks is going to win, straight up. Very unusual match. It was very technical. Jack working the legs. CJ favourite moments of this match, so I'm not going into too much into it. Excuse me, with CJ reversing an armbar into an absolutely perfect Texas Cloverleaf, which, as many of you know, was one of my absolute favourite submission moves. So I was loving that. CJ also reversed the triangle choke into a powerbomb. It looked great. A brainbuster onto the title belt, which got the win for CJ Banks. Got the win, yeah, because he got a pin count off it, 1, 2, 3, but Jack Gallagher's foot was on the rope, and this was a bit of a confusing thing. I think a lot of the people in this building thought the title had changed because a lot of them couldn't see the foot on the rope. I could because of where I sat, so I'm like, no, he's got his foot on the ropes. Will they restart it, or will they admit the referee admit a mistake, or the referee's decision's final? Referee restarts the match. Next thing you know, CJ's locked in a triangle choke, tapping out for the win. So Jack Gallagher faces off against this man here, Mr. Davey Richards, at the Super Show on August 25th. And if you've seen their match that those two had at Futureshock 52, you'll know that this is going to be match of the year. I'm so sure of this. So sure of it. Another amazing night at the Guildhall. I don't know how they keep doing this, but I keep going away with the biggest smile on my face, buzzing with excitement. And yeah, 40 days away is the Super Show. 40 days, and I'm probably going to be promoting it on every vid I do from now on. Yeah, I'm going to do review. I'm going to watch the 1000th Raw and plug this show to fuck on it. So just so you know, it's going to be coming up in every vid I make. At some point, we'll have a reference to it. I love this show. I thought it was brilliant, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sticking around this long. Let me know what you thought of Money in the Bank. If you were at Futureshock last night, because I know there's quite a few of my viewers now who go there. If you're at Futureshock, let me know as well. I'd like to hear what you thought of it. I'll be back soon, very soon. I've got a Vengeance 2002, 10 years ago episode coming very shortly. And if not, it'll probably be the 1000th Raw, won't it? I've been Mark P. See you all very soon. Thank you very much for watching, guys. In a bit. Bye-bye.